Hey guys! Welcome back to Plots with a Twist,
where we discuss books,
amongst other things. This is actually take 2. We were not recording.
We did a whole bunch, y'all, and we wasn't even recording. That's crazy.
Yapping.
Okay.
All right, but in this video, we're going to get into some of the books we did not finish throughout the year and place them into 2 cute little categories. What is the first one? Rolling over to next year, so we're going to plan
books
to finish.
That we want to finish.
Yes, books we want to finish and books we don't too much care to finish. So
probably leave them where they're at.
Right.
So.
Let's get into it. All right.
Kristen, start us off again.
Boom. So y'all know, if you've been watching our videos, I've mentioned this on like every book list probably for a good 3 months for our TBRs, and I never got to it. So Tana French, Broken Harbor. We love Tana.
We love Tana.
And I think my goal is going to be to get through a lot of her books next year. But this was the next one in line for her Dublin Murder series, even though they're not a continuous story, but they're all kind of operating in the same universe.
The characters are like connected.
So I do want to really finish this, and just didn't get the time to do it this year. So next year it is. So Tana French, or Broken Harbor by Tana French.
Okay, so for me, one book that I would like to finish that I started this year was one just recently mentioned in our last wrap-up / TBR video, and that's Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. You know, we love Fredrik, even though I've only read one of his books for real. But Kristen's always raving about it, his books. And she finished this one, but I started it. I got the audio and wasn't able to finish it before I had to return it. So that is one. So far, what I heard from the story, I enjoyed it. I just didn't have the time to finish. So
Did you say the name of the book?
Anxious People. I did.
Oh,
Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. So she was listening to me.
So yeah. I had heard it earlier when you said it.
Right. So yeah, that's one that I definitely want to finish next year.
As well as all his books.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. Most of you may know or may be familiar with the Hunger Games series. So this is a prequel to the Hunger Games series. I got to a good point, just never got back to it because I bought it and I was like, oh, I can pick it back up anytime. So I want to finish it. I want to finish it. So I'm going to finish it. Initially, I guess initial reviews were kind of mixed, but I think there's more positive reviews now. I don't know. I haven't looked. Either way, I'm going to finish it. So that's the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Okay, so one for me that I want to finish that I have mentioned on this channel a couple times is There Will Be No Miracles by Gerald. And that's a book that was suggested to me by my cousin. That's one book that I want to finish that I started and mentioned on this channel like a couple times. I got the audiobook, never finished it. It's supposed to be a very much inspiring life. It's a memoir of Mr. Gerald's life, so it's supposed to inspire and all that stuff. And from what I heard, I only listened to probably the first couple chapters, but from what I heard, it was good. I just again didn't have the time, but that's one that I do want to revisit and that I mentioned. It probably was on my TBR a couple times, so I need to finish that. But yeah,
did I put that on hold?
I feel like I probably told you to, and you probably let it go or something.
Yeah,
she do that.
I do that. All right, so the last book under the books I want to finish for next year is Hitting a Straight Lick with a Crooked Stick by Zora Neale Hurston. So that's a collection of short stories throughout her career. She was a very noted author during the Harlem Renaissance. But I didn't have the audiobook. My library didn't have the audiobook, and it was the ebook. And so y'all know I've been struggling lately with my physical or just having to visually read.
Yeah.
Right. So I do want to purchase. Right. What have we become?
I know.
But I do want to purchase it, but I am still going to see if I can locate the audio because in the beginning it's very much like a history lesson, and I don't really identify with history lessons.
No, I don't identify with history.
Well, I don't like reading facts. I mean, they're good
she don't
to
like
read.
nonfiction, y'all. For real.
I don't mind it. It's just the way it's presented, and it's presented like a history lesson. And you know, I finished my history courses already. I'm good. So, but I do want to finish it, you know, because she was very important to, you know, Black literature, things like that. So I do want to definitely understand her journey. It takes me some time with that type
to get into it. Yeah.
So that's my last one I want to roll over into next year and finish.
So my last one is another book that was mentioned recently on our channel. Another one that Kristen finished, whatever. Which is Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country by Matt Ruff. Which you guys know is a show on HBO now. It's all the rage. And we wanted to read it so that we could, you know, compare it to the show. But, you know, read the book first and then compare it to the show. And that's something I started, was listening to it. And I want to finish it so that, you know, we can discuss it.
But you weren't.
It's not something that I would probably read outside of that, though. But I do want to finish it because of the story, and I want to, you know, when I watch the show, I want to be like, oh, I read the book or whatever. But yeah, so that's one I want to finish. Yeah, I'll finish that next year. It's on my list.
All right. So some books that we don't too much care to finish in the next year. So for me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put all these and probably not gonna finish. But I'll, you know, maybe surprise myself and be like, you know what? I did finish that. But the first one is The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi.
It was so good to me.
I got a good ways into that book. I wasn't that invested to really want to finish it. And I got it back from the library and everything, and I still took it back. So, I'm not that pressed to finish it. Like I said, if I do, it'll be a happy surprise. But if I don't, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I did actually about to let one of his other books go. Between the Word and Me. Yeah. I don't have any space on my Libby, so I can't get it. So I might put that one back on hold. But yeah, The Water Dancer. I'm sorry, I just gotta.
Was it for you? Wasn't your tea?
I might come back. I might.
I might. You're not. So just let it go. Right. Let it go. Okay, so for me, one book that I don't care to finish for real is.
Say something offensive.
Huh?
It's about to be something offensive.
No, is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. So that's something that I started as an audiobook, and I feel like I got a good ways through that book too, like on the audio. First of all, it was long. So I probably got like 7 hours through, and it was still probably like 7 hours to go. But even in all the hours that I listened to, I had no idea what was going on. Like I could not follow it. It just was not taking me. It didn't. Yeah, don't want to finish it. Don't care. I don't care. And I wanted to like it because it was like about the cities and whatever. Girl, no.
All right, so this is one I do want to finish. I do want to.
Kristen don't like none of the books I like.
It's not even the book. It's not even the book. It's the author. Ooh. So lately, she's been a little problematic, just like our J.K. Rowling. And I never finished the book, so it's like, this is my moment to take a stance. But at the same time, I purchased it before like all this happened.
It's
and
a good
that's
book, though.
Americanah. It's a glare. By Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Adichie. I might, but I struggle. Like, if I know someone, like, it's kind of like I struggle listening to R. Kelly. Like, I struggle when someone does something that is divisive, that's offensive to some people. Like, I like to stand up for, you know, the marginalized people. And if I can take a little stance, yes, it's something as simple as not reading a book I already own. But, I don't know. Maybe.
And sometimes people, like, that's what I hate about social media stuff. It just turns you off to certain stuff. It's like, dang, why can't I just enjoy your art? Now I find that you're a clown and I can't enjoy it anymore.
So, if you don't know, she's just said some kind of transphobic things on the same vein as J.K. Rowling. So, yeah, I mean,
you may or may not.
May or may not. Right now, I'm. It's not really important.
If she apologizes and owns up, takes accountability, maybe would that make you want to?
That make me feel a little bit better. So, that's Americanah.
Okay, so another one for me that I wouldn't be opposed to finishing, but it didn't take me either. But this is one of our favorite authors. Was Britt Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. Britt Marie was annoying, y'all. She was getting on my nerves.
She came around.
I'm sure she did. So you finished it?
Yes.
So yeah, and I feel like, yeah, it just didn't take me. I was gonna say I didn't have time, but it wasn't even that. I just was not interested in like listening back to her.
She was a struggle in the beginning.
Yeah, she's very much a struggle, and very much like,
and even the story was a very much like, why should I care about these characters? But then he like
And Fredrik Backman's writing is so good that I do want to give it a chance, and that's why I'm like, I may come back to it, and I may not, but I'll probably read all his other ones first, and then come back to this. Like if I feel like, let me read something else.
I will say, and I will agree with that. Out of all the ones I've read by him, Britt Marie was probably like not the best. It was probably like lower tier, but for him, like. He just stacks so high against all other authors and books I enjoy that lower tier for him was still good.
It's still
so,
good, yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if you don't finish, but definitely get to those other ones.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do the other ones, but yeah, that one.
All right. Okay. And the last
one.
We both
are like, nah.
I started it on audiobook. You started on audiobook?
And I listened to a lot of it, too.
You did?
I got through a good chunk of it. I ain't even gonna lie.
I got through the beginning.
It was long too, though. It was a long book.
It was long. I got through the beginning, and I wasn't drawn in enough to really care once it got returned. And that is, what is it? Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. And so I want to check out his writing. It just might not be that one. Because that one, I said when we added it to our list, had already had mixed reviews. And I just still wasn't opposed to listening or reading it. It didn't draw me in, so I can see why I had mixed reviews. So maybe some of his other books, he does have another one that I heard is really good, but it is super long.
The writing was good, because it's weird. I was interested. I wanted to keep listening, but it was also like, what the? Like, what?
Yeah, it's kind of like Jemisin, where it's like you don't understand what's going on.
I ain't know.
No, I mean, like, you don't understand maybe what's going on, but her writing is good.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand, like, your thoughts about her writing, but for me, like, I was the same way. Like, I don't know what's happening, but I was still drawn by her writing.
Yeah.
So him, same thing.
Yeah, it's like his writing and stuff, I was interested, but the story was just like, okay. And for me, like, I don't want to say the subject matter, but
I don't even know what it's about.
It was about, like, a tribe that, like, and they could, like, transform into animals and stuff, but yeah, I don't know what it's about either, to be honest. So but it was just interesting, and it was just all over the place, and it's something I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
What's the other one? The history of, I don't know the name of it. I'll type it.
Of one of his books?
Yeah, that's the one that I've seen great reviews about. But
and Kristen made me get this talking about it's supposed to be a black African Game of Thrones. Ain't that what they said?
I didn't say that.
That's what the people said,
y'all. He's a noted author. Like some of his stuff is good. It's just not that one. So
yeah, that one was all over the place for me.
All right, so that's pretty much it. Yes. So got the beginnings of an interesting reading year for next year.
Yeah,
I think I got 3 good books to finish up.
I definitely have some I need to finish, and some that I'm just never gonna get back to. But it was good learning experience. I just know what I like and what I don't. I feel like.
Right. So just let us know, guys, what you're not finishing for whatever reason, or if you have some books you started that you're gonna restart.
Yeah, and if any of the books that we mentioned that you feel like y'all tripping, y'all need to finish that, like let us know too. I want to know, because sometimes we listen to y'all.
I ain't listening to y'all on The Water Dancer. I'm sorry.
No, tell her to read The Water Dancer. What you don't need to read is that Black Leopard.
All right, like this video, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll be back next time. Bye.